So, my name is Isis West, and I'm going to be talking about my experience of being invisible in Botswana. So, first, being invisible means that you do not stick out of the crowd, mainly because of your skin complexion. So, here, a lot of the locals are black or of darker skin. So, when they see me, it's very easy to assume that I am a Botswana. It's not until I open my mouth and speak that they realize that I'm American. And so, a couple of experiences of being invisible in Botswana. When I do tell people that I am American, they are very shocked. A lot of people are under the impression that there are only white people in America. So sometimes it can be very challenging telling them that I am African American and that I have history in Africa and in America. Sometimes challenges with being invisible, you can kind of feel like you're fighting a battle within yourself because I don't know too much of my African history and I don't have too much privilege in America. So explaining that to locals, because of how they feel about Americans, they feel like that we are all rich and that we all have this dream laid out for us. And so explaining to them that I don't have those things and that I'm very close and similar to like everyone else here, it kind of becomes difficult for them to wrap their head around. But being invisible has really brought a lot of joy to my heart when it comes to being African American because now I can see with my own eyes and experience that these people that live here are no different from the black people that live in America. And to me, that's a beautiful thing to see because despite all the history and despite all of the challenges that we faced a long time ago, our culture is still very deeply rooted within. So to be invisible in Botswana is a big learning experience, but it's very joyful at the same time.
Hi, my name is Macy Richardson, and I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what it's like being visible in Botswana. So, as a lighter skinned individual, you do tend to stick out in a country such as Botswana. People look at you and they can visibly see that you're different, that you're an outsider, that you don't really belong. And so, part of this is psychologically difficult because a lot of people aren't used to feeling this way. So it's difficult to get used to like the stares and the treatment that you can get just for like having a different skin color. I often get looked at. Men can make certain advances that really aren't appropriate, but because they realize that you're an outsider, they feel as though they have kind of an upper hand and an advantage over you. You can also get like marriage proposals, which are often more of a joke, but I mean, it can make you uncomfortable. Really, it is a challenge and it's difficult to get used to, but once you realize that you really are an anomaly and not a lot of people have seen people like you before, while it doesn't make things really easier, it just kind of helps you understand where they're coming from. Being visible can make you a target for certain things like robberies. People look at you and see that, oh, you're from America, you have money, and so that can put you at risk of either being overcharged or people stealing your things. But I mean, I personally have never had an experience like that. But yeah, being visible has definitely taught me a lot and given me some appreciation for some of the things that people at home that are of the minority go through on a daily basis, and really just puts everything into perspective of really how much privilege and how much really just more calmness comes with being of the majority. And a lot of times you don't really step back to look at these things and think about them, but when you're thrown into a context where you're now the minority, it's really eye-opening to see what it's like and see what people go through, and I think it really gives you a sense of perspective and helps you grow as a person. So yeah, thanks.